How's she doing?
She good. She got, girl, that's the money making girl.
Mm-hmm.
She got group homes and all types of.
Wyclef Jean, BKS1 Radio. Let's go.
This is Essence Atkins, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Hi, this is Melba Moore, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
Yo, check it out. What's the deal? This the chef. Giving a big shout out to my peoples. Big KS, you already know what it is. Salute.
What's up? It's your girl Monifa, and I'm hanging with BKS1 Radio.
Hi, I'm Ian Van Zan, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
BKS Radio, baby.
Hey, this is Jasmine Guy for BKS1 Radio.
What's going on? This is Lamont Rooker, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Shout out to BKS1, the best kept damn secret in the business.
Hey, what's up? This is Raven Goodwin from BET's Being Mary Jane, and shout out to BKS1.
Hi, this is Leon. You're watching BKS1 Radio.
BKS1. God bless y'all.
Hello, and welcome to BKS1 Radio. It's the Owl Show. It's your girl, Latoya Chanel, and of course, I am here with my bestie, Miss Queen B, right here on the right side of me. We're going to go ahead and clap her up because it's 2025.
Happy
and we
New
just
Year.
Start clapping up everything. Okay, maybe not because it's not working. But anyway, we'll come back to that part.
Okay.
But yes, we are back. It feels like we haven't been here all year, but it feels like we are far into the year.
Yes.
And it feels like, I don't know, it just feels like a whole lot is going on. And it feels like a whole lot isn't going on. I don't know. This is like,
I mean, I didn't want to be closer anyway, Jeff.
ooh, it feels like, honestly, like, I don't know how many months January usually has, but I feel like we in like the third month of January.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's a lot going on right now.
Okay.
And it seems like the world has changed. My hair is getting on my nerves. It seems like the world has changed
has.
since we were here last, right?
It has.
A lot has changed. The air feels different since we were here last.
Is it a stench or?
Yeah, the air feels different. Everything feels different since we were here last. So if I want to catch everybody up, yes, we are still in January. You all know we had our live event that was on January 11th.
Oh my
yes,
goodness.
it was I can't even clap it up because here, let me see if I could turn it up and then there you go. We had a live event on January 11th, which was only a few weeks ago, which feels like ages ago now.
It does.
And it was a very successful event. Everybody is looking for another one. Listen, y'all give us some time, okay?
We aim to please, though. We're gonna.
Yeah. Definitely aim to please, but please give us some time. You know what I mean? Before we decide to do another one, because that really was supposed to be a one-off, and now everybody's like, you could do it now and do it this time.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't know. We'll see. But either way, so that was a very successful event a couple of weeks ago. Thank you to everybody that came out. I had Jason in a couple of weeks ago to help me recap with that. And, it was a good time. I'm going to come back to you to see if you had any thoughts because we never got your thoughts on everything. And then we're just going to go into, some of our changes as the new year has begun and what's going on and just everyone's thoughts and where we are and how to move forward positively because it's about healing and that is what we do and that is what we focus on, and so that's what we're going to talk about. But
yes,
how are you today?
I am good. I am just sorry if you see me looking down, that means I am sharing the show so that we can share our platform. How am I doing? I'm doing okay.
All right.
I'm looking forward to a beautiful 2025. I know that it's been 2024 was a rough year for us, right?
Yes, it
and
was.
just not us. I think globally, the world, right? There was so much going on. But I am super uberly grateful for what I think this year is going to be.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Recap of we had our show was great.
Okay.
The live show was great. It was a great atmosphere. It was grown and sexy. It was a lot of opinions A lot of opinions.
A lot of opinions.
You know, to agree.
Well, what stood out to you?
Well,
sis?
agree and disagree.
Okay.
Respectfully.
You've got to respect everybody's
Right.
opinions.
And we did.
Right?
I think. I think I'm still baffled at the way some people think.
Are you?
Right?
Are you really?
I think, yeah, I
Okay.
am sometimes, because I think that there's a thing where we need to grow. We need to grow, and listening to different opinions, it should make you grow. It should
help you to grow.
Because
right?
remember how you always say, we have thought every
thought that we're going to think.
We're going to think, right?
Yeah.
And
so that's why you let
way.
people in
but
your circle.
The purpose of friendships, the purpose of family, the purpose of meeting
your
new
circle.
people,
Yeah.
and the purpose of your circle is for you to
grow,
and think outside your box.
Right.
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 So that is the thing. It was a lot going on. It was a lot. I don't want to be out in these streets dating. It is not a.
Oh, that's what you got from it? Is that what you got from it? You got from it, I don't want to date.
I don't want to date.
Okay.
I mean, I don't have to. I am married. Right. But in 2025, I don't want to date nobody. You don't want to date anybody? No. Y'all have it bad.
Why is that?
The level of expectations, the disconnect, the communication issues, the preconceived notions that everybody thinks about everybody.
Yes.
The what everybody should be doing.
Right.
The opinion that a set of women are like this and a set of men are like this. The love that I think we all grew up wanting and whatever, I feel like people are finding issues.
There's so many issues.
It's just so many issues.
They don't like each other.
Oh my God.
I don't think in heterosexual relationships, I don't think men and women like each other.
I don't know what that is. And I
don't either.
I think I'm literally baffled at the thoughts. Mm-hmm. I'm literally baffled at where we are.
Isn't it
and
bad?
I know we keep having these conversations, but the state of where we are.
So basically what you're saying is it was eye-opening for you because you realized just how bad off we are.
I think the crazy wait, I'm going to tell you this. The crazy thing is, even with doing these shows, we do these shows, it's just us talking.
It's just us talking. And then if we have people in the studio,
then we know the people in the studio and they're talking.
Yeah.
But to have
open
forum, and a group of people, I was just sitting there like, like
it's bad.
It's bad.
It's
it's scary too.
Yeah, you think?
I don't want to be outside. I don't want to be outside. That's all I want to say.
Right.
Because no one is, for me, no one is. Why can't we get back to just love? Why can't we get back to, it's so many, you know what it is? It's so many hang-ups.
Everybody has so many hang-ups.
Oh my God, because the women make more than me.
And you know
and
what?
they got more education.
And you know what?
And
our age doesn't help.
Oh my
right?
God. Because you are who you are.
You are who you are. You are set in your ways. You are middle-aged, right? And so, and everyone who was in the audience from our live event, everybody who's just tuning in, we're still recapping our live event from a couple weeks ago.
Well, I didn't get a chance to,
Queen Bee didn't get a chance to. So, she's really just saying how disappointed she is with the state of Black love right now and everything that's going on.
I feel bad for
me.
Yeah. Like, I literally be like, this is what's out here.
This is what's out here.
Whew.
And these are the good guys.
Best friend.
Listen.
I think you have a chance on my side.
That's what y'all keep saying.
You keep playing. Another 5 years.
That's what y'all keep saying.
You would have been married and everything by now.
I've been married 2-3 times by now.
No, I'm joking. But I'm joking. But no, I'm
baffling.
It's
right?
scary.
And so here's something I thought about since the show too. I thought about how let me make sure I'm saying this right. How we all begin to contextualize the topic of love in conversation.
Do we even get to that part?
So here's the breakdown that I'm finding, and I literally was just thinking about this a couple of days ago. One of the breakdowns is, and I'm finding from the show, the comments that we get all the time, and from our live event, women, because there's a difference, right? There's a difference in the way we communicate. Men communicate in one way, and women communicate in another way, right? And I'm finding that, and we're trying to bridge the gap. And I'm finding that women speak from a personal perspective.
Absolutely.
We speak from an individual perspective, which is a great thing when it comes to accountability.
Yes.
If you have accountability, right? It's a great thing when it comes to accountability, but maybe not so much a great thing when you're speaking as a whole.
Okay.
Or speaking in groups.
Okay.
Because the first thing they will say when you hear the men who are complaining, the ones that complain in here and the ones who were talking at the event, and they'll say, yeah, well, black women do this, and they group us as a whole. And the first thing you hear black women say is, I don't do that. I don't do that. I don't do that. And you hear them say all the time, we're not talking about you individually. We're not talking about you individually. We're talking about as a group, as a whole. However, on the flip side of that, black men speak in terms of a whole. And then anytime you have to bring it back to that individual, they have a problem in doing so. And I've had, it's literally the opposite. And I feel like this is one of the reasons why we're not getting on the same page. I've had conversations with so many men where you're having a conversation about the Black love topic. You're having a conversation about, what some of the problems and issues are. And it's so easy for them to say, well, men do, women do, this, that, this, that, this, that. They can always point out, what's wrong with this man, that man, that man. And you'll be like, especially if you know them personally, well, what about you?
Yeah. That part.
And you take it, I wasn't talking about me personally. I was just talking about, and it's like you hear that, or I have heard that so often. You know what I'm saying? It's like, no, you personally. Let's sweep around your door. And let's make sure you are doing the things that we're talking about for the group and for the masses. You know what I mean?
It's not happening.
And that's the breakdown.
There's no broom.
No,
there's sweeping around their door. It's no broom for them.
Right. And that's what I said. And then with women, we are so concerned with us and self that there are times where we're not seeing that as a group what we are looking like. Right? Like me and you may not be the type of women that are like, this isn't a good person because they don't make this or they don't do that, or just, speak from a very classist type place, right? Within our own community.
Right.
We may not be one of those ones that think our degrees and education makes us better than other people.
And it don't, though.
And it don't. However, we do know that as a whole, we do have a number of sisters out here that think that, right? So when you hear men like your brother who said we was playing in the sandbox together and now you don't know me, that's going to just stick in my head forever.
Yeah, I'm about to put it on a t-shirt.
We was playing in the sandbox together and now you don't know me. It would be very easy to say, well, I don't act like that. I don't do that. But it's like, no, Toya, not you personally, but as a whole, as a group.
I didn't realize, I think, before all of this, because remember, I am moving and shaking and I'm growing and I'm doing whatever, and I did the work in my Iyanla voice. I did the work on myself. And don't get me wrong, I got a lot more work to do. Because we all do. We are
always going to be a work in progress.
It's going to always be something to process, right?
Yeah.
Something to get over, something to grow from, certain things to look at
something
differently,
to learn, something new to
reflect and look at differently. But I will tell you this, from these conversations, I'm over it. Because why is this so complicated?
It's extremely complicated.
OMG.
It's extremely complicated.
Why is it so complicated? Why can't we just get back to loving? Why can't we just get back to, it's like, and stop for me these conversations are supposed to be healing.
Yeah.
But it's like, why are we? I see a lot of pointing fingers. Honestly, I see a lot of pointing fingers, and the fact that we're talking about doing the work and doing the work and doing the work, and some of us ain't doing the work.
No,
clearly, some of us are not doing the work. So,
so I'm gonna be extremely transparent.
Ooh.
Extremely transparent.
Where we going, sis?
Like extremely transparent right now, right? Because our show is Outstanding Women Who Help Heal, right? And so we talk about healing, and it's not just Black love. Black love just so happens to be one of our topics right now. Over the years and all of the stuff that we've done, everything has not just solely been on Black love, right? You know, we talk about everything, healing from all perspectives. With this particular topic, I am, over the last few months, finding it hard to continue to talk about it. I'm finding it difficult to continue to talk about it for a number of reasons. Number one, because like you, I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of the fact that we ain't getting nowhere. And it's like, yes, what we're doing here, we are offering a platform. We're having the conversations that clearly, like you said, you should be using your circle to help you to elevate and to help you to think different thoughts, and people are not doing that, right?
Talking about the same thing.
Right. And that's my thing. I'm getting tired of talking about the same thing. And like you said about growth, I personally am getting tired of not bearing any fruit. And that's why I said I'm gonna be extremely transparent. That personally is bothering me, and let me tell you why. Because listen, I'm y'all know I'm open, I'm honest. It is what it is, right? So it's like, you look at all of these shows, you look at all of these podcasts, you look at, all of these people that got stuff to say. Now, I'm not coming from, and we are not on this show coming from an expert. You should
Absolutely not.
Make sure you
Absolutely
do. I'm literally coming from asking the questions like, what's going on? Do y'all see this? Why is this? Why is that? More asking questions to try to get to some answers and some solutions. But I don't want us to be one of these shows here that's constantly talking about something where people think, well, you're not successful at it, so why do you keep talking about it too?
Absolutely.
And I say that because the tonight's conversation people, you see, they disbanded. Right? So
a lot of drama.
So right, a lot of drama.
First of all, let me tell you this. And this is what I have to put this out here for us, for me and you, you brought me onto this platform, into this circle, into this. I was just a guest on the show, and then I wound up being in your group. But there are certain things between us that we will not. It just won't happen. Right. It won't happen, and I speak that with a clear understanding of who me and you are. Yeah. To each other. Yeah. Before anybody. Right. Before anything. We talk about everything. We are never not on the same page, right? Because we have too many conversations throughout the day and throughout the week and throughout the months and throughout the years that we just, me, my flaws and all, and I know you, your flaws and all. And this platform does not make us or break us.
No.
It's
Us,
not
no.
who we are.
No.
And I think we are clear with, I'm not cutting you and you ain't gonna cut me.
Absolutely.
I gotta let you know what I'm doing, and I always have.
Yeah.
And it's the same and vice versa.
Yeah.
So I think I can't believe that behind the scenes they were going through as much as they were going through.
And the thing is I was reading a lot of the comments and and all the stuff in the commentary and everything that people were saying, and they were like, it started off almost like a help and assistance, and it started off being a space where you could go to ask the questions that you wanted to ask. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like you're asking your girlfriends, but now you want to ask men of a certain caliber, certain questions and get some clarity on things, right? And they were saying it kind of shifted and it kind of turned into something different, and it became more entertainment and more comical and more like you said, finger pointing and if you wasn't doing then this wouldn't be, and so go ahead.
I just want to say this too, because from what I've read, when you position yourself to be on certain platforms, now me and you, our lives are not perfect, right?
By no stretch.
But they run parallel,
of the
right?
imagination.
And it's not perfect. When I tell you,
by no stretch.
No stretch.
Of the
we
imagination.
are not, we got
No
ish
stretch of
with
the
us, right?
Yes.
But the thing is that there are certain ways that we conduct ourselves as well.
Right.
And it's almost like, let me tell you, it's 2024 started it, but 2024 was an exposing year. Yes. So if you did stuff that didn't align up with what you selling,
yeah.
Oh yeah, you get exposed. Yeah, we are transparent on this show where you know enough about us,
and that's one.
You could come to the corner store with us.
Right,
you could sit in this room and we'd be like, let me tell you what I went through, and we will connect with you in that manner.
And that's the difference.
I don't put you on a pedestal.
Yep.
I don't put myself on a pedestal.
Yep.
We don't put each other on a pedestal.
Yep.
We are no better than, and we are real people that go through real problems.
Absolutely.
We talk about our mental health issues. Girl. We talk about being in counseling or therapy. We talk about our kids. We talk about our love lives. We talk about being married, divorced, our Listen. We talk about it all. So my thing is, when you start putting yourself above
up there,
I think you lose something with
that. It's always going to cause a problem, and that's why I said I don't want
Jessica Coda Rose ain't stopped talking yet.
What?
Okay, that girl got something. She got a lot to say.
Listen,
it's scary,
and that's what I'm saying.
It'll just never be that between us.
No. I'm not saying the disbanded part. But what I'm saying, because that don't even make sense to me.
Right.
I'm saying the part where people are actually looking at the show, and we could come across as hypocritical. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's like, they always got this show just like all of these other podcasters. They talking about love and this and that and this and that and the other. And it was like, but this one over here always talking about she's single. This one over here always talking about this. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, because for those that think they have it right, whatever right is.
See, I look at it differently. I look at it in a way that we talk about a lot of the things that we talk about on this show. A lot of it's art that literally manifests what we're going through.
Right.
Like, you understand?
Right. And that's what I want people to know.
Art imitates life, and I think that is exactly what we're
and that's what I want people to
there's
know.
A battle. We talk about so many. I remember so many things we were battling. We did the empty nesting on the show. We did our fears on the show. We did so many things on this show that I think that people are going through in real life. So there's no pedestal to put anybody on. There's no I'm better than you. There's no.
And that's what I want people to know.
Okay.
Like, us doing this show is us being transparent. It's us asking questions too. It's us trying to figure out. It's really us with the conversations that we have personally that we end up bringing to y'all
because
we're trying to figure out. Wait, we are in no way, shape, or form trying to be experts on anything.
We're not
trying to place blame or point fingers. These are our observations. These are the things that we are seeing.
Absolutely.
These are the questions that we are asking. And then we are presenting that to you. And you guys talk back to us either at our live event or either, in the chat. So I just want people to know that, especially when we talk about this Black love topic, because we've been on this heavy since August.
Yes.
Right? That it's not like we have the answers.
Oh, yeah. No.
Because we don't think that.
Right.
We don't think that we have the answers. We don't think we have the solutions. We don't think we got it all figured out. We don't think we got it all right. We don't think we're all knowing and doing all of the right things. That is not it at all. This is strictly our observations or experiences or experiences, and that's it.
I just want people to know that we go through our own struggles.
Yeah.
I've been married on this show, divorced on this show. and when I say married, before, then being divorced, and I've been single, right? Yeah, I've been single before. I mean, there's so many things that we've
so
gone
many
through.
phases of life.
So
many phases of life.
We're not better. We're not better. We're not better than anyone.
No, and not and not trying to.
Not
be.
at all.
And that's not the purpose of what we're saying or what we do either. And like I said, there's a lot of criticism on podcast nature, right?
Right.
Podcast nature and podcast conversations and the things that are being said and the things and the rhetoric that goes on there and what people are taking from those things and you know.
We ain't never getting on social media and we ain't, first of all, we ain't even doing that amongst ourselves with people. Like, if I'm beefing with you, which we never have, but if I'm beefing with you, the world is not going to know. You understand? There's some things you handle in-house.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
There's some things you handle don't we know? There's some things you handle in-house and you just don't know. I'm just saying, there's things you handle in-house and you don't let the world know what you going through, what you battling, whatever, and we'll never do that.
Of course
We'll never do that.
No.
But all I'm saying is
yeah, no, to that point, you know, that is like I said, that wouldn't even make sense to me. But to the point of podcast nature and people speaking lives that they aren't living.
Absolutely.
You have a number of podcasts, men and women, that are telling other black men and women how they should be living, what you should be doing, you in this situation because you are in those circumstances because, and blah, 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 blah. And I just want, you know, everybody to know as we're going into 2025 that is not who we are and that is not what we do. Because, you know.
And our goal, I know that our goal collectively is to shed some light on some things. For us to be able to walk through life, there are so many things we have to get through as women.
Yeah.
That we have to get through as parents, that we have to get through as daughters, that we have to get through as just individuals, partners, and all types of stuff we need to get through. And our goal is to basically shed light on those things. Let's have a conversation because, even for us, let me tell you, every day is not a good day for us.
No.
Sometimes Tuesdays we be like, girl, you know, and we've had some more today.
Today we literally walked in here and I was like, girl, if I had on pajama pants.
Recently for me, let me tell you, and I'll shed some light. I just had an Eat, Love, Pray weekend, right? And I needed time to myself.
Yeah.
And I saw something on Facebook where the guy called the people, I think I sent it to you guys. He called them distancers.
Yes, all right.
And the distancers is me. I was like, the way he summed that up, I am the type of person that builds strength from being alone. Everybody, and you know this, everybody can't pour into me. And I'm not saying everybody can't. What I'm saying is there are moments when I have got to heal from the inside out by myself. There is not, like, don't get me wrong, I'm not above any prayers from anybody. I'm not above anybody speaking to me. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that. But I have always been like this, have I not? I have always been to the person where when I'm going through something, I literally have to go within myself. The one thing I realized this year, if I might be transparent today, I'm hurting, right? Hurting. And that's a real thing. I'm hurting from loss. I'm hurting from certain battles that we have gone through this year, separately and together, right? I am hurting. Like, if I am you know, I am the only girl in my family, so there's a lot of weight to that. Right? And you know that because we share that. There's a lot of weight to that. There's a lot, you know, heavy is the one who wears the crown. It's true. And I'm not saying crown like I crown myself, but my brothers crown me, my mother crowns me, like all of them. I'm it for all of us. And it's not always. Sometimes you're in a crazy space because you wear a lot. And I think I've gone through a hell of a lot. And I think my Eat, Love, and Pray moment where I got a massage, a 2-hour massage, which was excellent. I needed that. I did, we went out to eat, of course, me and you, the girls. We went to eat. I just did things. I prayed. I journaled, which I don't get to do all the time. The only thing I didn't do was go to the movies like I wanted to, but I will get there. But I did a lot of reflecting, right? A lot of praying, a lot of just seeking, a lot of reminding God, dude, it's me, because there are some times when we think that God forgets about us. With all of the things that we're going through, there's a time, and I don't know if anybody's on this platform, but there's a lot of times when we go through so much. It's like, God, do you remember who I am?
Or did you forget about me?
Or did you forget about me? Because you feel like, God, I tithe to you. I take care of people. I speak your word. When you tell me to speak a word, I do that. So there's a lot of times when I felt like, God, did you forget? And did you forget the prayers that I prayed? Did you forget the times when I was faithful and not self-serving or not whatever, when I've sacrificed like you told me to? So there I'm gonna be honest with you, there is a lot of hurt that I carry around. And it's been a lot trying to get through it. A lot trying to get through it. It's been rough.
Yeah.
And I know I'm not alone. I'm not alone.
Not at all. Not at all.
I know I'm not alone.
And not at all. And I think that's why, one of the reasons why, sometimes this platform, I'm not saying sometimes, I'm going to say all the time, it's tough for us to get here sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As much as we love it, and as much as when we get here, we eat, drink, laugh, joke, and have all the great times. But sometimes it's hard to pull ourselves together in order to just get here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that is definitely one of the other things to that, because that goes back to what I was saying. One of the other things that I want to make sure that we focus on, and that's why when I started off by saying, our show, we talk about healing, and yes, we have spent a significant amount of time on Black love, but this year, we will be transitioning into, our own mental health and how we are healing and still moving forward in the midst of so many different things.
Oh God, yes.
Going on, and what does that look like? And of course we'll dibble and dabble and go back and forth into the Black love section, because that's always it's always going to be a thing, right?
And it's always a challenge.
It's always going to be a challenge, but you have to focus on the individual too.
Yeah.
And last year, I had did a series about red flags and yellow flags and green flags, and maybe I can have the ladies from Yoshida Academy back on as well. And it's
thanks, Mom.
I just want people to know that the purpose of our platform, if you've never watched our show before, and it's 2025, and if you've never watched our show before,
welcome,
number one, and please know that we do not come here as experts. We do not come here as thinking we know more than. We are asking the questions ourselves. Basically, we are just coming here to be transparent and to just share pieces of our lives with you. And hopefully, if we are on the same page with something that we are going through and we find some sort of solutions, then we are all healing together, right? And sometimes healing is just creating that platform or that space, or creating a safe space to have certain conversations.
So I want to read what my mom said too.
Yeah, go ahead.
When God gave you me, it was a blessing to me. I love my daughter. I do love you, Mom. Thank you so much for that too. Tasha says, "Boo, sometimes we think God forgets about us. That so resonates." And then Pink said, "You're not alone, girl." And then Maria said, "That's us now." Jessica's talking about the other. Shahar is also here. Hey, girl. But
so it's like we use this space to heal, and not because we are trying to just try to heal everybody else as if we are the experts, but it's to heal ourselves as well, and that's what this is for us. And I started off by saying, sometimes it's difficult for us to get here, but whenever we can get here and have these conversations, it's always healing to us. So basically, you all are just viewers on our healing.
That's
you
it.
Know what I mean?
I mean,
y'all end up just witnessing
how
we deal with things
because
in life.
There's so much to us. We have careers. right?
Yeah.
I'm a nurse. She
Yeah.
is
Marketing director.
marketing director. Never wants her job. I swear I don't. But
I love my job.
because that's for you. I could never do that.
I'm like, I love my job.
And I reap the benefits,
Lord.
of it. So I'm grateful. But I want to say, no, the thing is that we do have different, so being a nurse is just that's a different way of healing as well. And I see so much there too. So that's heavy for me as well.
Yeah, of course.
When I'm looking at patients and I'm looking at things and I'm the manager at my job. So it's hard, right? I'm a nurse manager. So that's hard as well.
Yeah.
Katara, she said, I asked him to take me off the strong soldier list, but God was like, nah, girl, you listen. The battle ain't yours alone, so you know that, Katara.
Yes,
I
Katara.
feel you, girl.
Yes, Katara.
God, I feel you. I
Yeah.
do. I'm like, I don't want to be a God's no limit soldier either anymore. I don't.
Yeah. No, but this is what healing looks like. Healing
Yeah.
isn't pretty. Healing isn't structured.
Not at all.
And going through things isn't pretty. Going
Yeah.
through things isn't structure. And sometimes it's not a rhyme or a reason. Sometimes there's not things that we are going to understand now. But, going from even those Black love topics to just the individual topics, that is the purpose of this platform. That is
Well,
the
we
purpose
talked
of this
about
show,
this is the thing I do want to bring up, before we end. I want to say to everybody, because there's a lot of unsurety right now, right? Because we never talk about this, but with the new president that is in the U.S.,
Yeah.
there's a lot of unsurety.
Yeah.
There's a lot of fear.
Mm-hmm.
There is,
And we hold that.
So-
no matter if it's just political
Yeah.
stuff or not, we hold that. You
Right.
understand what I'm saying? We hold that fear.
And I want to say no, because I want to say, like, to everybody on this platform, you have a right to feel scared, right?
Or-
There's
and-
a lot within. It is only what, the 28th? It's the 28th, and so many things have happened already, right? So my thing is this: it's like we hold the fear. We don't know what this world in 6 months. We don't know what this world is
6
going to
days.
look like. Right, in 6 days,
In
6
6 days, we
whatever.
don't know what
we don't
what
know,
things
and
are
I
gonna
just
look
want
like,
you to
right?
know that we share the fear. I realize that today, like, my baby is back in school, right? Just trying to do her thing, and I see that this man then cut the funding on certain things.
Right.
We're talking about, we're talking about financial aid. We're talking about Section 8. We're talking about WIC. We're talking about so many things that enhance the lives
Of all of us.
All of us. And I'm not just saying one portion, because I don't care who you are. There is someone Chinese, white, black, Asian, Dominican, Latino. There's so many people that benefit TANF, which is food stamps and Medicaid and all those things. People benefit from these programs. And I'll be transparent. Before I became who I was, there's a lot of benefits that I had to get in order to use as a stepping stone to get where I am. Let's be real. I have had food stamps before. I have had Section 8 before. Those are the two things that I've had. And I was on Medicaid at some point, me and my children. So I want to say those things, like, those things benefited me. So I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I know there is fear.
Yeah.
For the single mom, for the single dad, for the married woman and man, because sometimes even collectively it gets hard to take care of a family, and there's a lot of pressure on us.
Yes, it is.
So I just want to say, we feel you.
Yep.
We feel you. We understand that. We're scared too. Let's just be transparent.
Lunik said we all need to give ourselves grace. She was talking about what we were talking about previously. And shout out to Lunik. You
Hey,
know,
Lunik, oh my God. You want to live a long time, girl. Because I just saw your live the other day, and I was crying with you. I just want to say that.
Shout out to
Lunik.
If y'all don't know Lunik, let me say this.
She got to come talk to us this
right?
year.
Yeah, Lunik, you gotta come
talk
in.
to
We
us
need you
this
in
year.
studio.
Yeah.
Lunik's spirit, number one, is
amazing.
too big for this studio.
Yeah.
That's the first thing. Seriously, first and
Yes.
foremost, I remember meeting her and I was just in awe, and
Yeah.
I just had to sit in silence and go, huh.
We need her.
And just take it all in. So your spirit and alone is just a beautiful, amazing spirit. Lunik, we gotta have you.
In the studio. Yes.
in studio. We need you here. She said, "We all we got. Start that business with the gift you have from the house." Absolutely. That's what Lunik was saying. Tasha was saying, "This is why I was depressed for 2 weeks after the election." And
We
you know what?
know why. We
and
understand.
we feel it.
The unsurety,
we
the fear,
all feel it.
it's
right?
real.
Yeah.
We don't know what is going on. There's a lot of people being deported already.
Yeah.
You know, and you might be a U.S. citizen, but you might have family members that are not.
Yeah.
You might have friends that are not.
And,
you might have
and
children.
It's not just they're not just looking for Latin people.
No.
I want people to understand.
Yeah.
They are not just looking for ICE is not just looking for Latin people.
Yeah.
So I just want y'all to get that.
It is whomever is not.
It's
a
whomever.
US, it's not. A
It
US
is
citizen.
whomever. So don't think it's them or point fingers. That's not what. That's no.
A lot of people are
No.
grouping it, but I
No.
want to say,
No.
it is scary. Our views are our views, regardless of what. There's a lot of things, and I think there's a lot of people that didn't realize, the decision they made. And they have a right. Everybody has a right to vote for whomever they vote for. But I don't think that they understood the ramifications.
The implications.
Yeah. The ramifications of voting the way that they did and for things to just happen so rapidly and for life to change.
Right.
And everybody,
In
yes.
a matter of days.
We understood. We understood that a lot of people are tired of paying high things. Like, I don't know.
Well, now it's going to get higher.
I don't know.
So now
Is
what?
it gonna? The thing is it gonna change?
No, everything
the
is getting
economy
higher.
gonna change?
No, now everything's about to get
So
higher.
what's the point of doing what he did for federal funding? Like, is he getting some money
I don't
back
know.
from
He's
us? Like,
he's pausing it to.
anybody
he's-
know the reason?
He said he's pausing it until February something
For
to.
what?
He wants to review all the policies.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's pausing it so that he
Okay.
can review everything.
I just
So,
hope that everyone gets paid. You know.
he's-
And I mean, he made everybody report back into office too, as well. Like the work from homes, he wants to dismantle those things. I know the federal officers have to go back in.
Yeah, I know they do.
And unfortunately, but I just want to
Working from home, I saw somebody say the other day, working from home is the closest thing to freedom that we all have.
Absolutely.
It is the closest thing
It
to
is.
freedom that you
It
have
is.
when you're able to manage your life and do your work and get, do all the things simultaneously. So
Yeah.
that is the closest thing to freedom. So
I think
the fact that they want that,
I think it was a
removed.
good thing, and I think even during the pandemic when we worked from home, I was at Bristol Myers Squibb during that time. But when we worked from home, it was great. It was great. It was actually great. And I think work from home for people's mental, I think it's a good thing. Why he's trying to make everybody go back in office,
it's
I don't know.
it's an antiquated thought process that
but
you have to be here and I need to be in control, because as long as I'm making you do something,
Yeah.
then that makes me feel better as
but
far
I
as
just
being in control.
the one thing I do want to say, just we feel you. We know there are some people that are depressed. We know there are some people that have mental illness. We know that there's some people dealing with anxiety right now.
Yeah.
We know that there are some homeless people out there. There are some people that, don't know which way to turn. And then depression breeds you doing something like alcohol, drugs, or just, a vice,
A
right?
vice,
That
yeah.
you generally wouldn't do. So I just want to say we feel you, right? And we're totally praying about all of this. And I just want you to know that we understand. So if this is a platform where we understand, we feel it, we know that it exists. We're not, I know we're talking about so many things. We're talking about so many things, but we just want you to know that we're feeling every brunt of what you are as well. We're feeling it. And I don't know.
What? I mean, again, what Tasha said?
She said President Muskrat wants us back in office. Yeah, he does.
Again, yeah, it's an antiquated.
It's a form of micromanaging.
Yeah,
Absolutely, because
that ain't micro.
Because come on,
that ain't micro.
Come on, why wouldn't he? Because
that's macro. That isn't micro. That is, I need to control you, who you are, and what you do. And I can do that if I'm making you be somewhere between these hours and these hours. Doesn't mean more work is going to get done. It doesn't mean less work is going to. Well, typically it's usually less.
My issue too.
It's less work, but whatever.
My issue too is how you are dealing with healthcare. Dealing with the healthcare for the seniors, cutting out their, decreasing the aid that they would get to make prescriptions $5 when they are not, when they are on Social Security and they're not making, a lot of money and they're just on Social Security, and you are making them spend thousands of dollars, per year, or per month. For insulin or just diabetic things. Like, I have an issue with this.
Yeah.
And I will never understand it. I pray that something happens because I just want to say God is greater. Like, I just want to say that. I don't care what I just want to say God is greater. Yeah. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. I mean, again, we're talking about healing and we're talking about transparency and the purpose of our platform and being on the show. And the whole point is we're sharing with you the things that we're going through and the things that you all are going through and the conversations that we're all having. And that's what this is. This is not us trying to be experts.
No, not
This
at all.
is not us trying to tell people what to do no matter what the topic is. This is literally just us sharing. We are all asking the same questions. We are all literally trying to figure it out. This is not us trying to be know-it-alls or any of those things. So it's only January. We've already had a live event a couple of weeks ago, which was an extremely successful event. And thank you again to everyone who came out. And then as we move forward, some of our topics, we'll continue to, like I said before, we'll continue to delve into the Black love topic, which has been huge. But we're also going to go into individual healing as well. So we'll have, our therapist friends and our counselor friends and our coaching friends who are going to come over, and sit and talk with us during these uncertain times like we were just talking about. And they're going to be talking to us about, how to cope, how to deal with things, what's the best way to get through things. So, we're going to be talking about that as well because our show is about healing, and that's individual and in relationships and as families. So, we're going to be okay. And, this show is therapy for us.
Yes, it is.
And hopefully if you are watching, it is therapy for you and for your people too. And again, as long as we have at least one person that watches us on a weekly basis that is getting something from the show, then we are doing what we are supposed to do. And this is a part of our calling, and we're doing the right thing there.
So tell me this. I want to talk about the vision for this year.
Go ahead.
Just what's your vision? What's some goals that you want to share? I know some you don't, but what's some goals that you want to share that you are wanting to do, or you are, because we always you always say we talk about the scripture, write the vision and make it plain. And I just want to know what do you seek to get out of 2025?
So, as far as writing the vision and making it plain at the beginning of the year, and what I want my year to look like, because it is still January, what I want my year to look like, financially, I got some things I got to do. I got some work I got to do. And there's some more money that needs to be made. There's some more things that I need to do, some more enhancements that, I need to be doing in my career. There's some outside stuff that I need to do. Now, obviously, I already do a lot of outside stuff, entertainment-wise, but I am looking to do more. I am looking to, just figure out what's next with a lot of stuff. Health-wise, we over a certain age. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So we have to focus on our health, not just our mental health, because we've been talking about, you know, healing and this, that, or other. We have to focus on our physical health too, because we are at that age where your body is changing. People are either premenopausal or menopausal as women.
Yes.
And even as men, like you better get your prostate checked. You
Yes.
better do all the things.
Yes.
We are at that age where, you know, there's a lot going on with us medically, right? I'm just, you know, quick funny story. I'm on the way to the hospital to visit my mother today, and I didn't have enough time to cook. I was in meetings all morning, and I was like, let me just go to the hospital real quick. And I was like, oh my God, but I'm starving and I don't want to be in there hungry.
Right.
And so let me just stop real quick. Now, let me just tell y'all though, I have not had fast food since like...
You don't eat fast food.
I don't eat fast food
Right.
like that. I have not had anything. I think the last thing I may have had might have been Chick-fil-A in like September, October,
Bless
right?
your little heart.
That's like the last that's like the last time, right? Tasha, please shut up. She said her whole left side hurt. Tasha, please shut up. Anyway, I decided I was going to stop at Popeyes, and I was like, you know what? I ain't even going to get nothing.
Who paid you to decide?
I don't know. Nobody. I ain't even going to get nothing heavy. I was like, you know what? Let me just get these 3 little chicken tenders. They put the little biscuit. They put the little French fries in the box with the. And then they was like, well, what you want to drink? I was like, ooh, let me get a mango lemonade.
Look at you.
Do you see that? Mango lemonade. I was like, let me get that. And I'm bringing this all back to my point about we need to focus on our health and make sure we doing the right thing. Y'all, I ate 1 chicken tender in that car. I ate 1 chicken tender, a few fries, and that biscuit in that car.
You ate the whole biscuit?
You know I ate the whole biscuit because I was being fat, and I haven't had that in a long time, right? By the time I got into the hospital, I was telling B earlier, I felt like I was hearing colors.
Okay.
Like, I was like, wait, what you say? Like, I felt like I could hear colors. I felt like everything was off. I felt like everything was wrong. And then all of a sudden I started getting a headache. Now, this is all I have eaten today. This is all I've eaten today. And right now to this moment, this is all I've eaten. And this has been since 12 o'clock this afternoon. And I was like, what is wrong with me after 1 chicken tender? My body was like, no. And then I had to, this is too much information. Then I had to hurry up and get home. I was like, let me hurry up and get home because my body is like, no, this has to go.
Your
Like,
body-
this is enough. You've done enough with 1 chicken tender. It's time to go. So
what
my
you
whole
get.
point is that we are at an age.
At an age.
We are at an age, people, where we really got to start taking care
So
of
I'm
ourselves.
gonna be
You know what I'm saying?
transparent,
'Cause
right?
today was
I'm
not
gonna be transparent.
not good for me.
So growing up, I don't think, growing up with the mother I had that cooked all the time, I don't think that there was an emphasis on us eating the right things.
But
right?
no, food was different then. Food, it's different. Food was different.
I
back
still should have been
then.
eating the right things.
You still should have been eating the right things, but even the wrong things wasn't as wrong as they are now.
They're not. But I should have watched my portions, right?
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I don't eat a lot now.
No, you don't.
I don't.
No, you don't.
But the thing is that I eat the wrong stuff, right?
Yeah.
And I'll eat a bag of chips, and that's dinner for me.
No,
you know?
and not a small bag either. Like the family size. You ever like, well, damn, can I have 2? You know what I mean? But go ahead. Go
So
ahead.
I'm a chip bandit. Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
If you know that. And dip, chips and dip, salsa and
know what? I'm not.
it's just
I'm
bad.
not.
But my
Not.
point is, going back to the point,
is
is that I think we should be more mindful of teaching our children, our sisters, our mothers, our brothers, everybody, our uncles and aunties, because we are the uncles and aunties now. But I think, we the grandparents.
We grandparents.
Oh,
I'm like, you
God.
talking about uncles and aunties.
Yeah, we got
grandkids.
grandkids. We got grandkids. So listen, my point is that we should be mindful of what we take in. We should do more of the salads and more vegetables, good vegetables, and just more good food. The fast food, like you did today.
Ooh.
I've kind of been back from that because the last time I ate McDonald's, it didn't go well.
Messed up. Oh, McDonald's.
It didn't go well for me.
You tried McDonald's?
No,
of all places?
but not like a burger or anything. I just had
It's still
chicken.
McDonald's.
I like their fries. I like their fries. Don't act like that.
They like the worst of the
They
worst.
are, but what's wrong with their fries?
No, that's the worst of the worst. You gonna get hooked, and you gonna go back, and you gonna keep having them.
I ain't go back. So my point is that we got to be mindful of what we put in us. So there's there's a getting the healthy series I want to have this year.
Oh no!
Getting the healthy series I want to have this year.
I'm pretty good with that.
You good with
Except
that?
for today. I messed up today, y'all.
Well, and your body paying for it.
But you know why I messed up today? I messed up today simply because I was in a rush. And you know what? And when you stressed out and then you're in a rush,
well,
and
that's what fast food was
right.
derived
Fast
from.
food
That's
is
where
store.
it
And
originated
you want to
from.
go, and I was like, oh well, you know what? I could just stop here and do this. Yeah, no, I can't just stop there and do that, and I can't ever do that again. And it's a no for me. I'm just saying.
It's a no.
So the whole point is this year, you know, we'll definitely have a number of shows and a number of real experts on.
Shalonda said, I'm still greedy, though.
Talking about, you know, what we should be doing.
Sasha said, God bless your little skinny heart. That's a snack for me.
Child. Listen, I would have eaten
Shahar
the whole
said,
box.
Popeyes is a ripoff. $20.
Yeah, I paid $16 for 3 chicken tenders.
And she said,
fries.
time to go back to cooking our own food and packing our
And
own
that's
food.
what I've been doing.
So generally,
I've been cooking my own food.
I do that. I got to get back to that.
I've been cooking my own food, and today was
just
and then I had the lemonade. Oh God! If you only drink tea, and I ain't even talking about like iced tea at home. If you only, because I only drink hot tea in the morning, and I drink water throughout the day, and that's it. I literally do not drink anything else. And so, if that is all you have all the time, and you went somewhere and got a mango lemonade. One sip, and I'm gonna show it to you because it's still sitting in my car. I still gotta pour it out. One sip, and I felt like somebody had poured syrup down my throat. Oh God! I was just like, no, I can't. I cannot do this. And I only had that one sip because of that damn biscuit. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, I can't do this. I had to find a water. So my whole point is, you know, we're not only going to be focusing on mental and emotional health and just, you know, black love and all the things. Hey, Norm, we're going to be focusing on everything, especially, you know, the physical stuff as well. Oh, and to mention, we are going to have some events and different things that are going to be coming up. There are some more events that are going to be coming up, and as soon as we get all of those things solidified behind the scenes here, you know, and get flyers and all of that,
I will be doing a poetry event this year. I know I haven't done one since I've done one, but I will be doing a poetry event this year. Okay. Yeah, it was. We had such a good turnout last time, and I think I'm going to step it up and get some really great. We had some exceptional poets that time, and I want to do that again.
Okay.
I want to do that again, and I think, you know, bigger platform, bigger, you know, and turn it into just a beautiful event. Right.
Absolutely.
So we'll be having some things.
Yeah. There's some things that are coming down the pike right now that we have been talking about behind the scenes. So just look for that coming up. Like I said, the shows, it's not going to be just Black Love like how it's been.
Yeah.
That is going to remain a topic.
We got a lot of work to do,
but we got more, you know, along with that as well. And events and all the things. So, you know, that was my vision. What is your vision for some of the things this year?
Like you said, more collaborations.
Okay.
Turning it into profit. You know.
Money.
And just honestly being free to do what I feel.
Absolutely.
Like being free to do what I feel and go with all of it. Stop being so scared to do stuff. I think that is a thing for me that
I was like,
you know, fear kind of creeps up into me, and I had to remind myself how great I am. God created me to be great, do that. I want to do that. I want to have a thought and want to say, yeah, I'm doing that.
Absolutely.
You understand what I'm saying? Like I want to do that.
That's how I live my life.
That right. So
yeah, absolutely. No, you're supposed to do that because God gives you if he puts it in your heart, there's something that he wants you to do with it, and you can't let anything.
And I always say, I always say, I want to be spent. When I leave this earth, I want my legacy and everybody to be able to say that I did every single thing with the gifts that God gave me.
Absolutely.
I really do. I want to be able to say I helped people. I want to be able to say I added to my legacy, that I was a force to be reckoned with, and my great grandkids and my grandkids and my my nephews and nieces can say that they benefited from who I was as a person. It's kind of like how we said, when you sit at funerals sometimes and you listen to people and you listen to their life and you listen to the core of what they stood for and their purpose and how many lives they've touched. I want to be able to say I'm spent. Yeah. I want to be able to say I added to this community, I added to this world, and those are the things I'll be working on this year.
And I want my y'all. I would like the final words that people are saying about me to be inspiring. I want people to leave inspired when I close my eyes for the last time, and they will only be that with how I live my life.
Absolutely,
right?
Absolutely.
So, that is
we love y'all for listening.
We love y'all, like I said.
So y'all gotta tune in, because we really do got some really, really, really exceptional guests coming on our show. Okay.
Yes, we do. And like I said, sometimes it is a struggle for us to get here, but guess what? Once we get here, it's therapy for us.
It is.
Hopefully there is something that we say on this show that can also help you as well. So please make sure you are staying tuned week in and week out.
We love y'all.
And we love y'all. So
we love y'all.
We love you all for watching. We love you all for listening. Have a great and amazing Tuesday night. God bless you. And God willing, we'll be here next week. Same time, same place, different show. Right?
Yes.
And then we'll be in February next week?
Yeah.
Okay, because this is the third month of January. So we about to go into February.
We about to go into February.
So, well, who knows what happened in a week. So, see y'all. Jeff, take us away. Bye, y'all. See you later.
Love y'all.
Toodles.
Have a good rest of the week. Till next
y'all.
Tuesday.
Bye.
Till next Tuesday.